This top always like hikes up and it's really annoying. Like, look, but it's so pretty. Okay, so I'm still getting over a cold, so I'm really sorry if my voice is a little bit like weird, like monotone or something. But I want to do a get ready with me and a life update because a lot's happened in the last couple of months. So I'm going to use a few products that I've been loving recently, and a few I'm testing out, and then we will get into, as I'm applying, what's going on. So I'm currently testing out the Tatcha Silk Canvas Filter Finish the Silk Canvas Filter Finish Protective Primer, and it comes in this really pretty packaging, and it actually comes in like a sealed bag, and then you get this and you get a little thing to like scoop your product out, so it's a bit more hygienic. I've used that much at the moment. That's probably about as much as I need. A little bit goes a long way with this, I feel, especially if you have oily skin. This is super expensive, and also didn't realise you had to pay customs on Tatcha products, so it was even more expensive. It is good, but I feel like I already have a dupe for it. I'm gonna use my Photofocus Wet n Wild. Never leaves my makeup bag ever. So I'm using my Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. I have the shade Light Beige. This is the lightest shade and it's a little bit dark for me, but I love it nonetheless. I think it's such a good foundation. I can't remember which one of these was half full, so I just brought both. I'm going to use my Morphe M439 to blend this into my skin. Okay, so life update. While I was in Malaysia last time, I haven't been posting as much, and the reason for that is that I haven't really had much energy, and that's because, this is really hard to say, but me and my partner of 7.5 years have decided to go our separate ways, and it took me about a week to really get over it and get back to wanting to post. He realised that he wanted different things. He said he wanted to get married, he said he wanted probably wanted kids, and I had said from the first year that that just wasn't on the table for me. It's not that I don't think I'd be a good mum, it's just that some people don't want kids. I mean, I know I'm only 29, and a lot of people will say, well, you don't know what you want at 29. I haven't wanted kids since I was like 19, and I really haven't changed my view. It's not for me, it's not something that interests me. Having a ton of animals really interests me. I'm gonna use my Lasting Perfection concealer because it's super brightening. Excuse me. It's in Extra Fair. Like, the relationship just wasn't working anymore for whatever reason. I'm just gonna blend this out with my sponge. I had to have like my grieving process of our relationship, and that took a little while. I'm gonna have my breakfast like delivered any minute now, I think. I will say, like, going back to the UK, he moved out for a week to like stay with his family. Like, I didn't miss him, and I realised, you know what, if you don't miss your significant other, you probably shouldn't be together. I'm just gonna use my e.l.f. lip scrub. I'm gonna use my Too Faced Sweetie Pie bronzer. It's a Radiant Matte Bronzer. Another life update, which anyone who follows my Twitter, which is always linked below, by the way, my Twitter handle is always below. It's Rainy Day Reviews, because reviews was already taken, that's why I had to put a Z at the end, is that I got a new job. I did do like a get unready with me, but it was so sad that I didn't want to put it on my channel. I got offered a new job. I went for an interview and I got made redundant. The reason I got made redundant is because I've been working with a Malaysian team to offshore a ton of work. It didn't come as a shock, so don't worry. It was upsetting. I'm gonna contour with the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Contour and Highlight Palette. I'm gonna use the contour shade. I don't know why they give you this mirror, because this is like a seriously unclear mirror. Then I went for an interview, got offered a new job, so I was pretty happy about that. And now I can afford to stay in my flat, because that's one thing I was super worried about. How am I going to afford to live in my flat? Hopefully now I can afford it. This thing keeps like overexposing, so I'm sorry. I'm going to use this Profusion Blush and Bronze palette. I love this thing. It's so good. I'm just going to mix these two shades together. This is Alive and Blush. Yeah, so that's kind of a lot of my life update. Also, Buster got kind of sick. Buster is my big rabbit. I will link my pet tag. Buster hadn't been very well for a little while, so I took him to a specialist, and he found out that he has quite a few small issues. Like, he's got a mites issue, he's got a problem with, he's actually got an ear disease that was misdiagnosed. He, like, the big teeth that rabbits have has grown into like the small teeth, and all these little things. But the worst thing was that he's got a problem with his heart and his lungs. I'm going to use my Essence Glow to Go palette. I've been really liking this recently. I was expecting my breakfast to be delivered by now. I'm going to put that like everywhere because it's like a soft pearly sheen to the skin, and it's so pretty. I'm going to set this all down with my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. Buster's been on medication for about a week now, and he's going to go see the specialist again when I get back, so hopefully he's going to be fine. He's already started to act a bit more like himself. I've been using this Wet n Wild retractable brow pencil recently, and I quite like it. It's like nice and quick to do my brows. I feel like I heard something. I'm very hopeful that he's getting better. He's already starting to act a little bit more like himself, like because he's got like an over-enlarged heart and his lungs are struggling. He's gained weight because he doesn't have the energy because his heart and his lungs are struggling to run around. I think it was Saturday, my ex, who's still living with me at the moment, he's going to move out when I get back. That's another kind of life update. Said that, you know, he went into the bedroom and said hello to the chinchillas. And I was like, he hasn't done that in such a long time, so hopefully that means his medicine's working and he's getting better. Oh yeah, that was something interesting I forgot I need to mention. Just like a little snippet, if you will. A lot of people are probably going to kill me for not like saying anything to them, but on my first flight, Zoella and Alfie Deyes were on my flight, and not only were they on my flight, they boarded in front of me. I was getting so annoyed because the guy in front of me, not only did he seem like he didn't want to look at the people who, like their flight attendants or anything like that, and then I realised, because thankfully I didn't have my headphones in, and I recognised his voice, and I was like, that sounds like Alfie Deyes. And then I realised the girl with him was Zoella. And I was just like... So I didn't bother them. I didn't geek out and go over, because it was like a 7-hour flight, and I was just thinking, if I go over now, it's going to be really, really awkward because we've got a 7-hour flight together. You're literally sitting two seats away from me. I was sitting on a window seat, he was sitting on the other window seat, and she was sitting behind him. And there was two sort of seats in between us, and there was only actually one person in between them. I count that as meeting them. That's 11 YouTubers I've met this year. Oh yeah, I'm going in with the Jaclyn Hill palette in Dark Magic. This is like the cool tone one. I've been testing this out a lot. So I went in with Proof just to like set down my eyeshadow primer and make everything kind of cohesive. And then I'm going in with, this is my most used shade. I think I might just do like a matte blue eye today. By the time you're watching this, me and my ex will have moved out. Like, this shade blends really nicely. I always put this in my crease to start things off. I'm going to put down some concealer. I just want something with the blue pigment to really stick to. So then I'm going to go into Busted, which is like this matte blue shade, and I'm actually going in with my finger and just pressing. And then I'm gonna go into that with a fluffy brush and just start blending that into the crease. And I'm gonna go in with this Zoeva 230 pencil brush, back in with that shade again, that blue shade. Smudge this under my lower lash line. You know, just an everyday shade to the office. Any small brush will do, but I'm taking this little dose of colours brush and I'm going to take my highlight from that I use for my face and put this in my inner corners. Actually not going to line my eyes, but I'm going to waterline them, and I'm going to use these Soap and Glory Smoulder Kohl. I'm going to upper waterline and lower waterline. So now I'm going to do mascara. So I've been trying out this Essence I Need a Miracle volumizing and strengthening mascara. So it doesn't say it's volumizing, but it is super lengthening. I honestly like volume more than I like length, but it's pretty good. So those are the eyes. Hope you like them. And now I need a lipstick. I'm going to take Moca. I'm really liking the Rimmel called Stay Mattes. So I've let that dry, and now I'm going to take the Rimmel Stay Matte and Latte to go. This is super light. And then blending that over. Thanks for listening to my life updates. Life's been like that. Really proud of the content I'm putting out, and that's one of the reasons why I haven't done that much, because I didn't want to half-ass videos for you guys, and I didn't want to half-ass them for myself. I didn't see the point of putting out content I wasn't happy with. And for like a week and a half I just didn't have the energy to film. I felt like I was pretending to be happy, and I'm hopeful for what the future's going to bring. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Maybe I'll do some more get ready with me's, and subscribe if you feel like it. I hope to see you all very, very soon in the next one. Bye!